Street Fighter 6 has been released and it's going strong. With a countless number of eyes on the game, there's going to be a huge influx of new players trying out the game that want to learn fighting games for the first time. Don't worry, beginner, you clicked on the right video. Here's some tips to get you started with Street Fighter 6. So the first step is to find a character that looks interesting to you. The reasoning could really be anything. A certain character could have a stylish looking moves, a cool design, or you like your muscle mommies that can pound your head into the pavement. The point is to find a character that looks cool to you from gameplay or design wise, and give them an honest try. And don't really worry too much about characters that are top tier or good, because you're a beginner. Tiers don't really matter to you. And also, the game is barely a week old. After you find a character, you should go into training mode and get familiar with the character's moves. Every character has 6 normal attack buttons, which are light punch, medium punch, heavy punch, light kick, medium kick, and heavy kick. Then, each character has special moves and super arts that require a specific combination of directional inputs plus an attack button in order to execute, which also differs from each character. For a simple example, to perform Ken's Shoryuken special move, that requires a forward, down, and then down forward input, followed by a 1 of the 3 punches. There are also moves that are called unique attacks that require a specific single direction and button to do. This also differs for each character. Like for example, Ken actually doesn't have any unique attacks that have a directional input in them. All of his unique attacks are under his dash, which you perform by pressing 2 of the kick buttons. And then as you're dashing, you can either do 1 of the 3 following actions: dash and then stop, dash and then overhead, then dash and step kick. With the exception of the normal attacks, each character's actions and how to perform them can be viewed in the command list. Not only that, but the command list demonstrates what each move looks like when input is done correctly. The command list always displays the inputs for moves assuming that the character is facing towards the right side of the screen, which means that when your character faces the left, you must perform the inputs in the opposite direction. I know for anybody that's using modern controls, the button layout for the 6 main buttons actually changes to a single light button, single medium button, and a single heavy button. And the other 3 buttons have changed to drive impact, drive parry, and a special move button. Now I know I didn't go over drive impact and drive parry that often or at all, but you'll probably be able to learn about it if you take advantage of the next tip. Tutorial mode is a very important source of information for any newcomer. It demonstrates the very basics of fighting games, from the rules of the game to movement, blocking, and even the game's mechanics. Speaking of mechanics, SF6 has a ton of mechanics that will be valuable on all levels of play. This game mode will explain each mechanic and its general purpose, so be sure to study up on this if you're looking to climb up the ladder and improve. Is reading and learning about the basics boring? Well, yeah, that's why they're called the basics, but it'll be worth to learn about for your fighting game journey. So don't quit just because you're annoyed by the boredom. It won't last that long. If you don't want to learn everything that the tutorial has to offer, learn some of it and come back later. So get to cracking. Alright, combos are what everyone likes, right? Well, you better get your butt over to the combo trials and learn a few with your character. Piecing together a combo requires a combination of most or all of your attacks to create a series of hits in continued succession. When done successfully, You'll dish out even more damage starting from a single hit, compared to just striking your opponent with the same move repeatedly. Even if you get stuck or you have trouble consistently landing a combo, that's okay. From there, I suggest just doing the combo in parts or chunks. Only work on that part that you're struggling with until you get it down to the T. I believe this is the most important tip so far. Please play other players. Nothing you learn matters if you cannot apply it. Take whatever you learned from the previous tips, hop online, go into the battle hub, and play against other players of your skill level, or even a little higher. You need to get your brain working and put that knowledge to the test against other human opponents. Also, don't worry so much about losing. It's a brand new game. Everyone of all skill levels is learning how the game works. So this is the perfect time to lose and test other things mid-match. Whether you win or lose, you should be learning something. So have fun. It is a video game after all. On top of playing matches, have other players critique your play, whether they're friends or other members of a Discord server or just plain random individuals. Get that different perspective. They might be able to call out something about your play that you never even noticed before. A great place to look for games and criticism is the new Challenger Discord. It's a great fighting game Discord that is always active with players of all skill levels. They even have coaching there. I'll throw the link in the description. Watching matches is next up on the list here. And to be honest, I think this tip is useful no matter what level you're at. You can gain more knowledge about your character by watching someone else of a similar skill or higher play them. Matches from other players could help you learn how to handle specific situations with your character. Or maybe you need to watch replays of your own to figure out what went wrong. Maybe you got hit with crouching heavy kick too much, so you need to start crouch block. Or maybe you kept getting knocked out of the air from jumping in like a brainless monkey. A great way to watch other players play is through YouTube. Just search up your character's name and matches and you should have some decent searches to choose from. Or if you want to see how high level players use their character, there are plenty of replay channels on YouTube to choose from, like Zeus's or Yoga Flame. Even the game itself has a replay feature. You can search by player and character if I'm not mistaken, though don't take this tool for granted. Go out and watch some replays. Alright, so if you're frustrated from learning new moves, combos, or even from playing matches, if you're getting angry, performing worse than usual, and can't really seem to focus properly, I would highly suggest to take a break. What I mean is close the game, or get up and do something else that doesn't really involve fighting games. In order to improve, you need to be in a proper headspace and mindset. Getting flustered with your negative emotions won't help too much. So, take a break for a few minutes. Or maybe even until the next day. Read a book, or even touch some grass. Whatever was giving you issue prior to your break, you might come back with an answer after giving yourself a rest. Also, I have to say, don't get discouraged. I know. Easier said than done, right? But fighting games are a personal journey of improvement. You're trying to prove to yourself how far you can really go before you stop. Don't get so worked up about other players' progress. There will always be people that started before you and know more than you at the time. But with enough practice, discipline, and determination, you can improve exponentially as well. Fighting games take time. So don't really worry so much and just go at your own pace. Alright y'all, so if you happen to make it this far and you have to edit the video, congrats. Those are some tips I believe are going to be useful for newcoming players in Street Fighter 6. So if any of y'all happen to get anything out of this video and learn something, let me know in the comments down below. I would be glad to read through them. And if you really like me enough, how about you give your boy a sub? and a like on the video. I'll be posting some more Street Fighter 6 content, but until then, I'm going to be playing some more. So I'll catch you on the flip. Peace.